Greetings, gamers. This is D-Vang. Welcome to another episode of the Apple Turnover Gang, Shadows of Brimstone. This is the fourth mission in the Black Fang Tribe Mission Pack book. And it is entitled The Vengeful Spirit. Ooh. So the Black Fang have become more bold of late, striking out to raid settlements and convoys much larger than they normally dare to hit. Survivors of these raids, though there are few, speak of a powerful supernatural champion leading the Black Fang braves into battle. Covered from head to toe in pure white war paint and wielding the power of the gods, this terrifying warrior is said to be unstoppable. Consulting the local Indian tribes, they tell you the legend of Umkwari, an ancient and vengeful deity worshipped by the Black Fang. They believe that a powerful war shaman has used the magic of the Darkstone to become possessed by Umkwari, now an instrument of his divine wrath. He has sworn to hunt down and destroy outsiders, ushering in a new age of darkness upon the world. Setup is standard mission entrance map tile. The goal, the heroes must find 3 clues to hunt down the Black Fang war shaman that has been possessed by the Umkwari. So we will definitely find a Black Fang Tribe war shaman this episode. Special rules, Wealth of Darkstone. Black Fang Tribe have set up in this area because it is rich in Darkstone. At the start of the mission, place 2 Darkstone markers on each space of the darkness track, or of the depth track. That is not a blood splatter or growing dread space. Whenever the hero posse marker moves onto a space of the depth track with the Darkstone on it, remove that Darkstone, and each hero can gain 1 Darkstone. Interesting. Whenever the darkness marker moves onto a space of the depth track with Darkstone, remove that Darkstone and place it in a pile next to the depth track. The next time the heroes fight the Black Fang Tribe, add this pile of Darkstone to the Black Fang Tribe's Darkstone pool. Okay. That's all good. That's all fine. So, what do we have? What else? We have a theme. It's a Black Fang adventure, of course. And Revenge of Umkwari. Whenever the heroes find a clue icon, a surge of darkness erupts as the war shaman grows in power. Immediately draw a darkness card as well as a growing dread to add to the stack. Okay. And we need 3, so it's going to happen at least twice because the third one is finding him. The third clue, they have found the war shaman that has been possessed by Umkwari. Ignore any attacks or encounters. Ignore any doors or gates. The room has no exits. Reveal all growing dread. And the heroes must face an epic threat selected from those that include the Black Fang War Shaman. And the avatar of Umkwari, the War Shaman that has been possessed by Umkwari, has gained new power from the joining. He gains the keyword demon, and his crazed from Darkstone ability is replaced with a Vengeance Strike. So anytime the War Shaman rolls a 6 to hit, that hit ignores defense and armor, and a Darkstone marker is added to the Black Fang's Darkstone pool. Note that even though the War Shaman loses his craze from Darkstone ability, the Black Fang Tribe enemy group still has a Darkstone pool as normal. Once the war shaman and all the other enemies are on the board have been defeated, the mission is successful. Okay. Well, all that is quite interesting. Well, there you go. So it's relatively straightforward. Just looking for that third clue icon. All right, so let's hold back the darkness. That is an 11. So that succeeds. Bechamel rolls to move. She gets a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Doc moves 6. He will not look through. And then we'll give Pete a chance to move 3. Boom. Alright, and so Doc does have the extra move, and as does Bechamel. So I guess, yeah, technically Bechamel can go there. So we're good. We're not going to do anything. So let's hold back the darkness again. 10 is good. Bechamel. Alright, she's just going to move up. Doc. And he will look through. So let's see what we have. Alright, and we have a mining room. Okay. Zoom out a little bit. And the mining room. So that's not quite all the way on, is it? Here we go. Okay. And we get a token. And then Pete rolls to move. He'll go there. I think we're good with that. Let's see what we get. So there's an ambush attack, which is unfortunate. So we need to see if it is a Black Fang Tribe attack. 5, so it is a regular threat medium, which is going to be a D3 slashers. So 1 slasher. Alright, so 1 slasher. And that had 2 exits. Oh, actually, it's an ambush. So who is he going after? He's going after Pete. So he's going to be back here. There are 2 exits, so which direction is not the exit? That is to the right. So let's put that there. Alright, and he is initiative 6, so he is going to go first. So let's hold back the darkness. 10 is good. So he has 2 dice, hitting on 3+. Move it just a smidge. On Pete, 2 hits. So Pete will roll his defense. Oops. Saves 1, fails the other, and that is a D6 wounds. He takes 1 wound. Well, that wasn't too special, was it? All right. So, woo. All right, it is Bechamel's turn. So she rolls to move. She's fine. She's actually going to back up a little bit. And then she will take her shots. So as there's a 6 as a critical, she's got a 3, so we'll get her free reroll with that. As 1 won't do anything. So there's a hit. Roll for damage. It is a 3. We ignore defense because it's a critical. So 3 plus 1 is her ability is 4. Not enough to kill it. But does do 4 wounds and puts a stun marker on it, which reduces his defense by 1. Oh, sorry, actually, critical hits only reduce the defense down to 2. Sorry, my bad. Been so long. 3 plus 1 is 4, minus 3 is 1 wound. And now he's stunned. Okay. Doc rolls to move. Boom. And then he's going to attack. So he has 8 dice because he has 6 cunning. And then +1 for the feather hatchet, +1 for the tools of science. Should be pretty Ginsu at this point. But let's see, we got 2 criticals, 3 non. He has 2 free rerolls, which gets another critical. So 3 criticals. He is +1 damage for the feathered hatchet. So, and he has a defense of 4 minus 1. Well, these are criticals. So it's 2 minus 1 for the stunned is 1. So these are all -1. But he's +1. So these are straight up. 666. Alright. Well, that is enough to kill him. Okay. And we will certainly mark a slasher down for Doc. And then he killed an enemy, so he has a chance to recover a grit. On a 4+, he does. Excellent. Alright, what do we have for loot? We have a D6 times $50. Nice. We have what? Doc gets a D6 times 25. Nice. And then Pete gets a gear card. So let's see what we get for a gear card. We have a pickaxe. Yay. Alright. What's next? Ooh, and catch our breath. Bechamel wasn't hurt, didn't use anything, so she's fine. Doc is fine. Pete heals his 1 wound. So, there you go. Actually, no. He'll keep a wound. He had not gone, so he actually will recover a grit. Take these back. Alright, hold back the darkness. 9 is good. Let us continue. Bechamel gets to move 3, plus 1 is 4. 1, 2, 3. And she'll go ahead and look through. And let's see what we get. We have the boiler room. Okay, and the boiler room gets set up like that. Right, and then we get a token. Zoom back out just a smidge. Alright, Doc can move a total of 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4. And then Pete can move 3, 1, 2, 3. Let's see what we get. We have 3 exits, a clue token, and an encounter. So, what happens on the clue token again? A Surge of Darkness erupts. Immediately draw a Darkness card, and a Growing Dread card gets added to the stack. So, we had a Growing Dread. We'll get a Darkness card. Alright, we have a cave-in. So with Thunder's Crack, the ceiling begins to fall on each hero, must pass an agility 6+ test or takes d6 hits. So Bechamel has an agility of 3. She succeeds. Doc has an agility of 3. He passes. Pete has an agility of 3. He does not pass, so he's going to take a d6 hits. Takes 2 hits. So 2 defense saves. He saves once. He's going to take 1 wound from that. And that was the darkness. And I added 1 growing dread card. That was the encounter. Oh, that was the darkness card. Sorry, from that. Now we need an encounter card. We need to see if we have a Black Fang encounter as well. We do not, so it is simply a regular encounter. Which is called Traitor's Echo. A cold shiver floats in the air. You can see your breath in front of you. Stepping into the dank chamber, a chorus of chilling voices echoes down the halls. You sold us out. Give us our cut of the loot. Spirit 5+. Every hero makes a Spirit 5+ test. Okay. That's not great. Bechamel rolls a 3, so she failed. So she's going to take a d6 horror hits that do 2 sanity each. She takes 4. So she rolls her 4 saves. So she saves 2, so she's going to take 4 points of sanity damage. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Doc has a 2, what was that? 2, 3, 4 spirit. And he fails. You know what? He's going to spend a grit to reroll that. He still fails. So he's going to, and he's got 2 1s or 2s. So he takes a d6 horror hits. He's going to take 6 horror hits. Ouch. Saves all but 2. And then he has his spirit armor. 5+ still fails. So that's going to be 4 points of sanity damage. And for every 1 or 2, he has to discard a d6 times 25. So, he discards some moolah. Alright. And then Pete has a spirit of 1. He fails, so he takes a d6 horror. So he's going to take 4 horror hits. Oops. Ouch. Alright. So he takes 6 points of sanity damage. It was not a fun encounter. We are part of third of the way there, so let's hold back the darkness. Start a new turn. A 10 is good. Alright, let's go ahead and move Bechamel with the big 4. +1 is 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4. She'll go there. She'll wait to look. Doc can move 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He will wait as well. Oops, because we want Pete to try to catch up. Pete gets to move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, let's hold back the darkness again. A 9 is good. Bechamel, it's a 2. She will look through. And then let's see what we get. Okay, and we get a simple rail tunnel. That way. What's that doing for you guys? That looks pretty good. Yep. Alright. And then we get a token. Alright. Doc gets another grit. He's good where he is. And then Pete. We'll go ahead and move here. Alright, let's see what we get. Boom. Second clue token, we are also attacked. Alright, so the second clue token. So that's another Growing Dread card. Alright. That's going to be another Darkness card. Which is going to be Chill from the Grave. Undead enemies are +1 initiative and +1 combat. Alright, well, it's not too bad. Not too horrible. Alright, and then we are attacked. What are we attacked by? Are we attacked by Black Fang? We are attacked by Black Fang. Right? Because it's 1, 2, or 3. Yep. There is no War Shaman. That is 6 Black Fang Tribesmen, though. That is 3 Black Fang Tribesmen. Okay, so they start over here. One, 2, 3. All right. So let us hold back the darkness, and they will go first. An 8 is good. So they will just kind of charge forward. Oh, and I do need to get their pool of dice. It's a peril dice +2. So they have 6. 4, 5, 6. Alright, so the first attack. So he's got 3 dice. He attacks Doc. We'll do him, Doc, and then Bechamel. So Doc. So there he gets, it's a 5+, so he does get 1 hit, plus a d6 hits. 5 hits. So a total of 6 hits. And spends a Darkstone from their pool. Okay, so Doc. Normally a 5+, he has a 4+ because he has faced Black Fang before. Dodge, 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 dodge. So there's 2 that he failed to dodge. And that is going to be 2 damage each, so that's going to be 4 wounds. Alright. The second one is attacking Bechamel, or sorry, his other half of his. And that's a miss and a miss. Alright, and then so then he attacks Doc. 1 hit. Doc defends. He does. And then on Bechamel, completely misses. Crazy. Alright. Bechamel's turn. So, Bechamel rolls to move. She's fine there, so she's going to go ahead and shoot. She has a 7 and a 5. I think she's good with both. One's a critical, one is not. So it doesn't really make a big difference which one is hit first. So we'll do the critical on him. She is +1 damage. So that's going to be an automatic of 2 wounds to him. And that will stun him. Okay, and the other one we're actually going to put on him. Does 3 minus the 2 defense is 1 wound. So 1 wound is fine, and that stuns him. So that is what Bechamel does. So Doc, doing his big money with his 8 dice, Ginsu of the Tools of Science and the Feather Hatchet. Wow, that's nice. Look at that. 3 criticals. 4 regular hits, and he gets a free reroll, which is still a miss. Darn. Okay, that's still not too bad. So let's start with a critical hit on him. Well, let's see. Critical hits, he's +1 damage. So actually that's going to be a minimum of 2 damage each, right? So we'll go 2, 4. And then such and 2 there, so that's 2, 4, 6. Because it doesn't matter what he rolls, right? He's +1 damage with Feathered Hatchet. The minimum that's going to roll is a 1. So 1 and 1 is 2, and 2 is the maximum because of their endurance. So then they have 6 health. So 2 dice, 2 of the criticals will automatically let him kill him. And that let's see if he can get a grit, which he does not. All right. So now he's got 1 critical, which will automatically do 2 more wounds to him. All right, and then he's got these 4. These are all even up for damage because he has +1 damage, and it's a 2 defense, but -1 because of the stunned. So it is a total of, it's a wash. So it's whatever these roll for each of these hits. So there is 2 points and 2 points. So that's 4, and 3 is 7, and that is enough to kill him. That was pretty much, actually, I think even if I rolled all 1s, that will kill him. Okay. Now his thing is only once per turn when he kills an enemy. Recover a grit. And I think that's only, the way it's written, he only gets to attempt once per turn. So, well, I don't know. It says once per turn when you kill an enemy with a combat hit, recover a grit on the d6 roll of 4+. Actually, it's the once per turn is the recover, not the roll. So, yeah, I'll go with that. He still failed anyway. And then Pete. Pete will shoot. Does he... Yeah, you know what? He's going to dual wield. I'm trying to decide. No, he's not going to dual wield. No point in taking the crouch and hit if he doesn't have to. So we're just going to attack with the Fallen Gunfighter's pistol. So 1 critical, 1 non. Bechamel's going to spend a fortune to let him try to reroll this one. Perfect. 2 criticals and 1 non. So each critical with the Fallen Gunfighter's pistol, well, it's not necessarily... Oh, he's not even stunned. So it's not necessarily going to be the maximum of 2 points of damage. So let's see. They are, though. So that's going to be 2 4 wounds. Oh, and you know what? He's going to throw his lasso. Get him stuck there, but that also gives him -1 defense. So now his damage for this is a 6 -1 is 5, and that's going to be the 2, and that will be enough to kill him. Also, he has a chance to recover a grit when he lassos somebody, so which he does not. Okay. Phew. Alright, so Bechamel recovers. She gets her fortune back. And she gets 3, so she gets to heal 3 of her sanity. Doc gets to recover 3. And I think he will take the 3 sanity as well. And then Pete can do 2, and he's going to do 2 sanity. Alright, and then loot. Okay. Bechamel gets 1 dark stone. Okay. Doc gets a gear card, which I'll get in a moment. And then $100 for Pete. Alright, and so the gear card is going to be 2 whiskey tokens. Yay. Alright. You know what? We're going to go ahead and use one of them on Pete. Why not? That lets him heal. He had 4 sanity that he was down. Alright. Now what? Okay. So let's hold back the darkness. A 9 is still good. Bechamel goes 1, 2, and she gets a grit. Doc will go 4, which is fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. He is not going to look through, though. And Pete gets to move a big old 2. Wah, wah. Alright. Holding back the darkness. 9 is good. So Bechamel rolls to move. Again with the 1. But she's max grit, so she'll go ahead and spend it to move, and that will get... Go ahead and look through. Let's go ahead and look through, see what we get. We get a forked path. Alright. We don't need those. How are we doing with that map? Alright, that looks pretty darn good. Alright, we get an exploration token. Okay, and Doc is going to roll to move. He's fine. And then Pete gets to move 4. And he'll just hang out right there. Alright, let's see what we get. We have 1 exit and an encounter. Alright, so the exit is to the right. So close off that way. And we have an encounter. Do we have a Black Fang encounter as well? We do not. Okay, the encounter is a smuggler's trap. Stepping into the room, you realize only too late that the soft tug on your leg was a tripwire. Snapping. Everybody makes a luck 6+ test. If passed, gain 30 experience. If failed, take D6 wounds ignoring defense as a series of explosives go off in the walls. No! Alright. Bechamel has a 5 luck. She succeeds. Doc. Poor Doc. He has a 1 luck. He succeeds! Oh my goodness. Gets a 6. Alright. And then Pete has a 2 luck. He fails. But you know what? Bechamel is going to use a fortune to make a luck test to turn that 5 into something else. So, 5 dice. Meaning at least 1 5. She gets it. That turns it into a 6. And that is a success. Yay! Alright, so no wounds. And then roll a d6 for every unexplored doorway in the mines. On 1 or 2, that exit is blocked by falling debris. Put an end cap. If there are now no open doorways on the board, the heroes may move the darkness d3 plus 1 spaces forward on the depth track to choose any 1 end cap to remove, clearing a path. Okay. The important one is here. We could backtrack over here, obviously. So let's roll a die for that on a 1 or 2. it is not. So I'm not going to worry about that. I guess I can roll for that one just in case. No, okay, so these two are fine. I'm not going to worry about rolling for everything else, especially since I pulled off some of the board as well. Yay! So what do we have? It is now time to hold back the darkness. 9 is good. Alright. Bechamel gets to move 3. 1, 2, 3. Doc, oops, in the box would be good. Gets to move a big 6. He's going to go all the way up here, but he's not going to look. And then Pete can move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, let's hold back the darkness again. 7 is still good. So, Bechamel. Okay, she's going to move here and look through. Let's see what we get. We have an excavation chamber. Alright. Let us position this. Come in like that. Get a token there. Put the box there. Good. Alright. Oops. Pete. He's going to be fine. Oh, sorry, Doc, I mean. And then Pete is going to, again, shift up. And let's see what we get. Okay, it is the third clue token. So what does that mean for us? Okay. We found the shaman that has been possessed. So first of all, we get a darkness card and a growing dread card. So the darkness card says, Strength of the Void, Void enemies are +1 defense. Okay, we get a growing dread card. Okay. Now, we've ignore all attacks and counters, ignore any doors. This has no exit. This room has no exit, so we're going to place some end caps here. Boom. And boom. Alright. Reveal all growing dread cards, and then we have to face an epic shaman. So what do we've got? We've got Dread, move the darkness 1 step forward on the depth track, which actually is okay. We'll take that. It has not gone. We do add 2 Darkstone icons, though, for their thing. Dripping Gore, all heroes are -1 initiative for the first turn of the next fight. I think we can deal with that. They're probably going first anyway. And then the third one, each hero takes 2 horror hits for each willpower save failed. The hero also takes d6 wounds with no defense as you vomit uncontrollably. I think everybody's going to spend a grit to cancel that one. Right? Or do we have... Wait. Let me do a quick check and see if somebody has something that can actually cancel... oh, you know, and I forgot Pete's got the Void Catcher. Whenever a darkness card is played, he can recover a grit. So he actually technically should have 1 more grit. And the start of a fight, Doc gets a grit, as I recall, doesn't he? Yeah, start of every fight, recover a grit. I always forget Doc's Doc's ability there for the battlefield experience. Other than he moves through other models and passes escape tests, he also gets a grit at the start of every fight, which is really nice. Anyway, everybody is spending a grit to get rid of that growing dread card. Excellent. So what else do we do? Those were the growing dreads. Okay, and then an epic threat. So hold on, let me grab an epic threat with a shaman. Okay, and we get a Black Fang War Party, a Black Fang War Shaman, 6 Black Fang Tribe members, and a threat card. Alright, so, let's see what the threat card is. Alright, it is a D3 Void Hounds. So 2, looks like we have 2 Void Hounds. Alright, so let me gather everything together. Alright, let's get you guys a little bit closer in here, if we can. Alright, so we have the War Shaman. Kind of hanging out back here. Alright. And then Tribesmen. Alright. And then Void Hound. And Void Hound. Alright. So, let's do a reminder of everything that's going on for all these enemies. Remind ourselves. So we'll start with the Void Hounds here. They are initiative 7. Always starts from ambush, and each hero takes 3 horror hits at the start of the turn in which they appear. So they're going to start in ambush. So the first one is going after Pete. So he will actually start back here. The second one is going after Doc. And he starts in ambush. So he will be back there. Okay? They have void phasing, so their defense is equal to the initiative level in turn order. Void Hounds may move through other models. So they're essentially going to be a 6 against Bechamel and 4s against Doc and Pete. Pack attack at the start of the Void Hounds activation. Roll a d6. On a 1 or 2, all Void Hounds change targets. On a 6, all Void Hounds retarget to a single hero. They have a 3 plus melee, 6 dice doing 1 damage each with 5 health each. Alright. Black Fangs, we've seen them a number of times. They have initiative 6. They have the Darkstone Pool. So let's see what their Darkstone Pool is. It is 3. Plus 2 is 5. Plus 2 for the darkness space. Alright, they have Endurance 2, so they can't take more than 2 wounds from any hit. While attack, when attacking makes a full combat hit against each adjacent hero. They are a 5 plus to hit, 3 dice doing 2 damage each, 2 defense, 6 health. The Shaman, which we will remind ourselves, the Shaman is a Black Fang Tribe who has double health and combat, so he has 6 dice doing 2 damage and 12 health. He's tough, he's immune to critical hits, which is going to suck. He adds an extra peril dice of stone to the pool at the start of the fight. Correct, let me double check. He changes the craze from Darkstone. That's the rolled a 6 to hit. He pulls from the pool. He does not. He instead he ignores defense and armor. And adds 1 to the pool. Okay, but they get a normal peril dice worth extra to the pool. So there's another extra 4 to the pool. And at the start of his activation turn, he casts a random War Chant ability. Okay. And that is it. Alright, so we start with the Void Hounds. Simple enough. Oh, we need to hold back the darkness. Sorry. Holding back the darkness. 9, we are good. So, Voidhound on Pete. Six dice hitting on 3s. 3 hits. Alright. So Pete blocks 1, so he's going to take 2 wounds. Okay. And then on Doc, again 6 dice. 4 hits. Doc has not faced them before, so he's a 5+. Blocks 1, so he's going to take 3 wounds. Okay, so I definitely need to mark that he has faced Void Hounds now. Alright. Now the Black Fang Tribesmen go. Let's do the regular tribesmen first here. It does look like we can get 3 here on the front. So, he's going to attack. That's going to be 3 dice on Pete. Alright, so 1 hit plus a d6, so 6 hits again. That uses up 1 of their... Alright. That was a pretty bad defense roll. Doc will spend a grit to reroll. That blocks nice, all but 1. So it's going to be 2 wounds to Doc. Alright, and then he does attacks Bechamel. Ouch. 1 plus 5 is 6 hits to Bechamel. Jeez, ouch. Alright. Oh, sorry about the bump. Alright, Bechamel dodges all but 1 on her, so that's going to be simply 2 wounds on Bechamel. Alright. This fellow attacks Doc. Misses. He attacks Bechamel. Misses. Alright, and then finally this guy attacks Bechamel. Misses. Alright, now the Shaman. So the Shaman, at the start of his activation, does a war chant. So, let's see what his war chant is. His war chant is Blood Rain. Select a random hero. That hero and every other hero within 2 spaces immediately takes 2d6 horror hits. And they are -1 on their 2 hit rolls during the next activation. Ouch. Okay. Doesn't really matter. So it's everybody is going to take 2d6 horror hits. So, Bechamel takes 8. So we'll go ahead and roll for hers. Save 4. So she's going to take 4 points of sanity damage. Okay. Doc takes 8 as well. He blocks all but 3. Remember, he has a 3+. And then he has his Spirit Armor, which doesn't help at all, so he's going to take 3. And Pete is going to take 10, a whopping 10. Let's see how he does. Ooh, but he blocks a fair number. He only takes 4. It's not bad considering. Alright, and then everybody's -1 to hit, which is quite unfortunate. Alright, but that is all he can do. He will, you know, shimmy himself up, but he can't actually get into combat. He has no ranged ability. And so it is Bechamel's turn. So Bechamel rolls to move. She gets a 1. Cool. She gets a grit. She has to recover a fortune. Awesome. So she's going to shoot. An 8 and a 5. So 1 critical and 1 non-critical. I think she wants to get rid of that Void Hound. Although the guys, yeah, because they'll probably change targets. Might as well get them. I don't know, I think the Black Fang actually are worse. Killing a Black Fang isn't going to... Because they're kind of jammed up there, it's not going to make anything any better, right? If she kills one, another one's just going to take its place at this point. Whereas we can get rid of the Void Hounds behind us, we will be in good shape. So she's gonna do the critical on the one behind her. The Void Hounds have a defense of 6, but he doesn't because it's a critical hit. Health of 5. I'm a +1, so 7 + 1 is 8. Yep. Oh, and we need to do our horror hits. But she does kill him. And then she needs to see if she can recover a grit. She does. She doesn't have any. She can't use any grit. She's already at max, so that doesn't make a difference. But she does have to make her horror. Let's make everybody's horror hits, so I don't forget, because it was actually supposed to be at the start of the turn. So Bechamel makes all hers. Doc fails 1. Pete fails 2. Okay. All right. She has a non-critical, which has to go on one of them. So that is a 3 minus 2 is 1 wound. Sure, she'll hit this one that's targeting her. No, actually, you know what? She's gonna hit the one that's on Pete. That way, it'll make it a little bit better. He is stunned. Yeah, I really didn't even think about it. I should have put Pete there. That's the little bit more dangerous position. Pete doesn't do any of that. All right, so Pete has his 8 dice, rolling to hit. That is a pretty bad roll. It is enough to hit, because don't forget we are -1, but he does hit on 4s. He will spend a grit to reroll the rest of these. So we need 5s and 6s. 6s are still criticals. Oh! Oh! Ow! Well, That was not good. This is not a good time for you to be whiffing there, Pete. You know, we might as well try to kill one, right? 2, 4, 6. So there's 2 wounds on this guy. Let's see what this does. That will do 2 minus 1 because he's stunned is 1. Does put him up to 4, and then this one is 3 minus 1 is 2, and that is enough to kill one guy. And then let's see if we can get a grit from that. We do. Alright, well at least he replaces his grit for that. Last but not least is Pete. He has to overcome a defense of 4 against that Void Hound, though. That is the danger. I think he's gonna. So critical hits are gonna be super important. That said, the Trench Pistol does give +1 damage. Yeah, he's just gonna use the Fallen Gunfighter's pistol right now. Try to finish off that. So we are -1, so that will be a miss and 1 critical. So we're gonna spend a grit to re-roll both of these. Well, what can you do? Alright, so we have 1 critical hit. So we need 5 or better. Well, we get a 5. So he does kill the Void Hound. Doesn't do much else. Pete will lasso Mr. Shaman. I mean, technically, he could wait until after, and he will. He'll wait until after, but that's the intent. Is he's going to lasso him just as after he activates, but before he actually moves. Not that he's really going to move first, but we'll keep him in place there. Yeah, that's all we can do. So let's hold back the darkness. So we get double 3s. Double 3s are not good. Double 3s are a creeping darkness. Move the darkness 2 steps forward. Wait. That would give us a darkness card. You know what? Let's go ahead and take that. What is the darkness card? Okay. All void enemies are now +1 combat. Well, that's good because we just got rid of the void enemies. So, all right. We'll simply move them there. I don't think Pete rolled for his movement. Oh, so he had an extra hit. He can hold 3 while in the mines because he's got the gold tooth. So that works. Oops, he's still back here. All right. So again, 3 dice smacking on Doc. Ouch. All right. So spend a black stone. So that's going to be 2 hits plus a d6. 6. Wow. So that's 8 hits. All right. Doc defends at a 4+, and that is no bueno. He will spend a grit to defend all these. Much better. So he fails 1. So that's going to be 2 wounds. 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, Doc is at 11 wounds at this point of his 24. Alright, and then he gets 3 dice on Bechamel. Good lordy. Alright, again, that's 2 plus a d6. They're getting all my big high hits. Alright, that's 2 more, so that's only 4 hits. Bechamel dodges 3 of them, so she's going to take 2 wounds. She's up to 4. Alright, this fellow, 3 dice on Doc. Miss, miss, miss. 3 dice on Bechamel. 2 hits. She dodges both of them. And the last guy, only on Bechamel. Miss, miss, miss. Well, that's good. At least they're missing. All right. We're going to activate. We're going to lasso him. And then he will also war chant. So let's see what his war chant is. It is called Celestial Lore. Every hero must make a lore 5+ test. If successful, gain 25 experience. For every die roll that did not get a 5+, the hero takes 3 wounds, ignoring defense. And it does consume 1 Darkstone from the pool. So 1 Darkstone from the pool, every hero makes a lore 5+ test. Bechamel has a lore of 2, 3. She has a 3 lore, 5+. Nice, but for every 1 that she did not get a 5+, which there's 1 die, you take 3 wounds. Alright, so she tries to block 3 wounds. She doesn't block anything. Ouch. Okay. Doc has a lore of 3. Yep. Lore of 3. Doesn't get any, so that's going to be 9 wounds. Is that worth... Yeah, no, he'll take it, because he'll just heal. 4+, so he ends up taking 3 wounds. Alright, and then on to Pete. Pete's lore is 3. Blocked 1, so he's going to take 6 wounds. Oh, these are wounds, not hits, right? Ignoring defense. Never mind, it even says ignoring defense. So crap. I don't know about going back and trying to remember. Bechamel took 1. She had 1 that she failed on her test, so she took 3. Oh, actually, she has boxcars. Anytime you roll a 6 for willpower, defense, or skill test, she can change any other single die to a 6. So she can actually change that 3rd die that she had, because she had the 5, 6, and something that wasn't a 5 or 6. She can change that 3rd one, because you roll a 6, to be a success. Cool. Doc took... I don't remember how much did I just give him? I think I just gave him 3. So he needs, and he took a total of 9. So I think he needs another 6. Okay. And then Pete. Pete made 1, so he's going to take a total of 6. Did I give him any of the wounds? I don't think so. All right. But that is all that the shaman can do. So I think we need to start out with Doc needs to throw some healing down. Well, we can kill stuff first. Let's kill stuff first. Bechamel rolls to move. Nope. Does she try to back up? Simply so that Doc can... You know what? I think we're good. She's doing all right. She's surviving. So she is going to shoot. She's got a 6 and a 5. We are no longer -1 to hit. So 4s are so good. That is 1 critical and 1 non-critical. We're going to hit the critical here in the center. Alright, that's going to do the minimum of 2. And put a... Actually, you know what? I'm going to do this one. Simply because it's easier. Right? Yeah. Simply because it's easier. It's so congested. With the tokens. And then her non-critical... is gonna, you know what? She'll hit that fellow. Nah, she'll hit that fellow in the middle. So that's a 5 minus 2 is 3. So that's gonna be 2 wounds and a stun on the center guy. I guess I shouldn't have even bothered, right? Because I ended up deciding to split them up. So 2 and a stun. I'll try to remember that that is for that center fellow. Alright. Doc. Okay. And then he rolls his 8 dice. Ka-chunk, ka-chunk. Wow, lots of criticals this time. He will spend... Does he spend a grit? No, he's not going to spend a grit. He is simply going to use his 2 free rerolls. Nice. Another critical and a non-critical. So each critical is going to do a minimum of 2. So that's actually going to be plenty, because that's... I knew we need 2 for this fellow. 2, 4, 6, and that will kill him. Let's see if Doc can get a grit. He can, so he recovers a grit back. And then 2 more on him will kill him. And there's actually a waste, so which is why I did not spend the grit, because I thought that might be the case. Alright, and then it is Pete's turn. Okay, he moves 3, that's fine, so now he will dual wield. So he takes a corruption hit, does his, so willpower fails, he gets his armor, corruption armor. Oh, his corruption armor blocks it. Nice. That is his Tedder Duster, I should say. Alright. Let's roll. Let's roll. Let's boogie. Alright, so hit. So 3 with the Tradaran pistol, 1 with the Fallen Gunfighter's pistol. You know what? He's going to spend a grit to reroll these 2. 1 more hit. Perfect. Okay. So, let's do... I'm going to do 2 and 1 on this fellow. Okay, remember we're +1 damage with the white dice. Alright, so that's going to be 2 and 4. And that's going to be 4 minus 2 is 2, so that's 6. So that is enough to kill him. Alright, and then we got 2 more dice left. 1 of each. You know what? I'm going to wait. I think we're going to be able to hold him lassoed. So let's grab 1 of them. Alright, and that's going to be 2-4 on another one. Alright. Whew. Alright, and then yes, Doc needs to heal himself. So here's bandage number 1. We'll get rid of 5. Alright. Let's spend another bandage to heal himself for 9. Okay, and that puts him at 6. I think that's okay. He will also spend another bandage on Pete. Actually, they can't get to Pete. Well, but Pete could still theoretically get hurt. Yeah, Pete's at 10. I think I think we're all right. I don't think we need to spend another one for Pete. All right, folks. Let's hold back. Double 3s again. Somebody has something to stop the void ring. Once per adventure, prevent the darkness from moving. There we go. Boom. Preventing that darkness from moving. Alright, so they get to go. Black Fang Tribe. Alright, so who is he? I guess it doesn't really matter who they're targeting. Boom. Boom. Alright, so attacking Pete or Doc. Okay, use another Darkstone. So that's going to be 1 hit plus 4 hits is a total of 5 hits. Doc blocks 3, so that's going to be 4 more wounds. Alright, and then on Bechamel, she takes 2 hits. She blocks 1, so she's going to take 2 wounds. Alright, and then the second guy attacks Doc, does 1 hit. Oops. Doc fails to block, so it's going to be 2 more wounds on Doc. Alright, and then 3 dice on Bechamel. No. Alright, now the War Chant for the Shaman. Is going to be Push Qua's Wrath. Until the end of the turn, all enemies are +3 combat. Consumes 1 Darkstone. Hold on. Okay, I did not realize that he should go first. I mean, oh, I guess he's considered a normal Black Fang Tribe. I was doing him separate. Alright. What I'm going to do, because I kind of screwed that up, he should be activating technically at the same time. So his War Chant actually goes first, right? So they should have been hitting it with 3. Oh, they're hitting, not hitting 3+. They have 3 extra dice. Okay. That is easy enough for me to... I was like, I don't know if they're hitting on 3 or better. I don't remember what they rolled. This is just 3 extra dice. So that's easy peasy for me to roll. Alright, so 3 dice on Doc from him. 1 hit. Doc does not block. That's going to be 2 more wounds. Okay, he gets 3 more dice on her. There's a... of course, I don't remember if he used... I think he did. I think he already used his Darkstone, so I don't think he gets an additional one. So she fails to block. That's going to be 2 more wounds. Alright. And then he gets 3 on Doc. Misses. 3 on Bechamel. 2 hits. She saves both. Alright. And then he needs to try to... He's trying to get away from the lasso. So... Strength 5+ test. Okay. Easily held in the lasso. All right. Bechamel rolls to move. She gets a grit back. Well, she's already maxed out on grit, so she's good. Alright, just shooting. Rootin' tootin' shooting. So there's a 6 and a 3. Free reroll is an 8. Alright, so she's got 2 criticals. So 1 critical will do the last 2 on him and kill him. The second one is going to do 2 wounds to this guy. And stun him. Boop. Alright. Doc. Alright. And he's gonna... You know what? He can move 2. I don't think I want to get into melee with him, since he's already doubled anyway. I think we're good. So Doc's just gonna smash him up, and then we'll let Pete and Bechamel just try to pepper him with shots. Doc will be a little bit bored, but he can do some healing. Of course, Doc has to be able to hit. There's 3 hits. He'll go ahead and spend a grit to re-roll these. And he may not need it, but well, that didn't help. All right. Well, he has +1 damage. So these are even up, right? Is that right? Yeah, because he's -1 defense, which gives him a 1 defense. Doc's +1, so these dice are even up. So 2, 4, and that is enough. It would have mattered if I rolled a bunch of, like 2 1s or something. There we go. All right. And Doc can see if he gets a grit for killing someone. He does. Wow, that's the best that he's ever done in that regard. And then last but not least is Pete. All right. Pete's good. So Pete is going to take, again, multiple shots, right? So, and he's immune. All right. Sorry, just checking something. Nope, there we go. Okay. All right, so yeah, Pete is going to, so he's going to suffer the corruption hit, which he blocks. Nice. So again, red are for the Fallen Gunfighter's pistol, white are for the Tredaran Trench pistol, and that is pretty sad. 3 hits. He'll spend his last grit to reroll these. Must have more hits. 2 more hits. That's good. All right. He is a defense of 1. Does have 12 wounds. So we are, well, I should change that back. So this will do 2. This will do 2. And this will do 2. Because again, they're all -2. So that's 2, 4, 6. Okay. -2, so that'll do nothing. You know what? He will take the 3 wounds for the Fallen Gunfighter's pistol to add +2 damage to this one. So that's going to be a 5 -2, or it doesn't really matter. That will do 2 more wounds on him, and then Pete takes 3. Okay, and then Doc will go ahead and heal him for 7. Using another bandages. All right. Hold back the darkness. Double 3s again. Jeez. All right. So it moves 2 spaces. Gets another darkness card, which is Power of the Void. Void enemies are now +1 combat. He was demon, right? Not void yet. Okay. He will do his chant. His war chant. Which is the Hunter's Call. Immediately add D3 -1 Black Fang Tribe to the fight in ambush. And then free model that can't be. Ouch. Okay. So let's see how many we add. D3 -1. So he adds none. So that we'll call interesting that it can't add. There is a chance that it won't add anybody. Okay, well, and then he tries to escape from the clutches of Pete, but Pete holds him. So Bechamel, at this point, he's just kind of wrong, just shooting fish in a barrel here. One critical, and that is a 1, so that won't hit. So 1 critical, and that will stun him and do 2 wounds. Which is enough to make 10 wounds, so he has 2 wounds left. And Doc will have Pete. Pete will go. And he is simply, I just need 1 hit. So he is just going to fire the Fallen Gunfighter's pistol. He gets 3 hits. These are all -2. So 1 will do enough to do 2 wounds. And that will finish off the Shaman. Huzzah! Okay. Yep. Yep. That lasso, super useful, super nice. Even if it did make Pete just kind of, or Doc kind of hang out for a couple turns, but no sense in, taking the risk, the extra wounds, etc. Well, there we go, folks. We have succeeded. We'll finish off the rewards, and doing all the catching our breath and the loot. I think I'm going to do that all next week as part of the town episode. So we'll finish up. We'll get the loot. We'll get the rewards. When you get all that from next for the next episode. Thank you all for watching and running through this adventure with me. That was the last of the Black Fang Tribe Mission Pack missions. Could be more dangerous, certainly. Actually, I got fairly lucky getting a lot of the clues relatively early. I had some good rolls early on for the darkness, and obviously the Void Lantern helps immensely as well in that regard. Trying to think of what else to kind of comment on. I did get lucky, obviously, that the Black Fang Tribe didn't, in that final battle, he didn't call. Those chants are kind of nasty, kind of fun. Certainly throw in, some added difficulty in there. The gang isn't struggling as much against the Black Fang Tribe now that Doc has 8 dice to roll. And it helps, obviously, that Pete can roll 6 dice as well. But really, Doc, with those 8 dice, being able to get enough hits to knock through the Black Fang, even with their max 2, because you simply need number of hits against these guys. So that is where that kind of shines. Bechamel's feels a little bit underwhelming, right? With those, the big D8 to hit and the big D8 damage, and yet she's just doing 2 points of damage. She's not killing the Black Fang, but I do know that shotguns have their place. The stun for that shotgun really does help, and when we start running into some big guys, that will be useful as well. But overall, honestly, I think number of dice in Shadows of Brimstone tends to trump fewer dice that do more damage in general. Obviously, there are occasions where that won't necessarily be true, but super high defense guys like the Void Hounds, if you're going fast. Bechamel shooting, if she had just a little D6 pistol trying to shoot those Void Hounds where their defense is 6, that's going to be kind of tough. But anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. If you liked this, if you like the series and you haven't already, please click the like button on this video. It helps tremendously. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I appreciate that, and the following. Comments are always appreciated. Constructive criticism. If you have any suggestions for making, the videos more enjoyable for you all, if there's anything that I can do, I will certainly take that into consideration. If you haven't checked out my Patreon page, I'm always looking to have folks, try to help. There is some additional videos up there for patrons, and there will be some more in the future. I'm looking at a number of different options of maybe doing a live stream of board games where people might be able to play a board game with me or something like that. Anyway, so please, if you're interested, there's a link in the description for my Patreon page. I appreciate it if you guys want to take a look at that. Thanks for watching again, and I'll see you next week.